Hello again, and welcome to another episode of the Caerphilly Works podcast, bringing you news, updates and information all about finding work in Caerphilly. Today I'm sat down with Dan, who is one of the participants from the Communities for Work project, who our very own youth mentor Lindsay has been supporting since 2019, all the way through lockdown to earlier this year when Dan finally found full-time employment. So Dan, first of all, thanks for sitting down to have a chat with me today. The first question is, what were you doing before you came onto the Communities for Work project to get support from Lindsay?
I was at that point with University Credit where I was just there to build my confidence, really. I would just go there, talk to them and just get used to it, really, because I was really struggling at the start because my health problems prior didn't spend a lot of time outside talking to people and stuff, so my confidence really dropped. And they would bring me in every couple of weeks. I would just sit there, talk to them, and they would gradually add stuff in to look for work.
I know you came onto the project back in 2019. How did you initially find out about Communities for Work?
For University Credit, it really was. My work coach suggested I went to the gaming hub. She gave me a leaflet and she said, go to this. It might encourage you to build the confidence up a bit. After that, then I met Lindsay and she asked if I wanted to be part of Community Work then to help me get back into work, and that's where it all started, really.
What was it about the gaming hub that actually helped you then?
Just being around people and to do stuff that other people like to do too. So like just talking to people, that's the main thing for me. When you isolate yourself, that confidence will really drop, and that really helped really to change me as a person. I can use that skills then in my career then to progress myself.
So Lindsay came into the gaming hub, sat down with you, spoke to you about the Communities for Work project, then signed you up. What was the first things that she did with you and what was she like?
Yeah, Lindsay's marvellous, very easy to talk to. The first few sessions really was sorting my CV. I had my own CV, but it looked terrible. So Lindsay sat on me for quite a while actually and really sorted out for me and got it all nice and tidy and just taught me a lot of the little tips. And like she gave you that little push, but not in like a forcing way, but like in like a encouragement way, sort of way. So she was definitely like a big part of me being who I am today and how confident I am today. You know, I still get a bit of confidence issues, but compared to what I was beforehand, it's like completely different. And then eventually I met you and you told me about Digital Fridays, and then after a while then I got into that then. So it was like they just really easy going Lindsay was, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I know. I remember when you first came onto the project, you know, when you were a little bit shy. But since then, you know, you've grown so much, and it's due to the fact that, you know, you'll get involved in anything. You know, you never say no to opportunities that, you know, that have been given to you.
Yeah, it's I always say to myself that you just got to give everything a chance, because you know those opportunities are not going to come by every day. So I would just say yes to everything, no matter how scared I am inside. Like you just got to do it, really. And I'm glad I did. You know, I didn't turn anything down. You know, I just went to everything.
Yeah, and you know, there's some really good examples of the kind of work that you've done. I mean, we mentioned the gaming hub, which was initially set up by Go Connect. Eventually, you were one of the ones running those sessions, you know, right up until the point at which we actually locked down in 2020.
Yeah, because I thought, like, if I can help other people in my same condition, you know, it's going to make myself better and also make their lives a bit easier too, to know that, you know, someone with similar issues, with confidence issues and no lack of really experience really in doing everything, in volunteering and stuff. So it's going to make myself a lot better if I can show that to other people and show that it can be done. Just have to put the work in and the effort, and eventually you will come to the point where you can actually get a job and just do stuff for someone in your life, you know. And yeah,
one of the things you mentioned there, and one of the biggest achievements, well, for me, because you were a massive help, was actually Digital Fridays. Back before lockdown, back before COVID, we used to run sessions across the whole of Caerphilly from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. where people could drop in and ask questions about how to use all manners of different technologies, from mobile phones to using the internet to using emails, laptops, tablets, you know, anything at all. And we used to have a lot of volunteers supporting those sessions. And obviously you were one of the main ones up in Rumney. I mean, how did you find that?
Oh, that was, I really loved that. I still like miss it a lot. Like it was such a boost in my confidence because I just sat there and talked to everyone. And like that's the main thing to build your confidence, just to sit there and talk to strangers. It helps a lot. And then obviously it's helped a lot to get this job because all that experience talking to people, with customers and stuff. And it's helped me land this job now because I was able to approach it with ease because all that experience I had, it was marvelous. I loved every bit of it.
So I know another thing that you were doing that came out of Digital Fridays was that you'd actually set up some classes teaching people about using basic IT, from using their mobile phones, tablets, laptops, to using the internet, and actually supporting them on a structured course. What was teaching like?
I'm shocked to this day that I actually said yes to making my own class. When you mentioned those first days, I was like, oh gosh, I was like deep down, I was like, oh no, I can't do this at all. And then I said, yeah, I'll do it. But yeah, I like run a 6-week course, IT, helping elderly really in Kevin Engard. So I didn't feel really nervous really. It just felt like as soon as I was in that moment, it felt like, when you like, if you're like a magician or something, like you just, yeah, I loved it. It was really surprised me. I was able to like just do that, make up the lesson plans. It taught me a lot, about myself, that I can't do it. What can happen, is just if you can either fail or you can do well, and life's too short in it, so just go for it. If I said no to stuff, I would never be able where I am now if I didn't say that. So yeah, I was lucky.
And the good thing about you is you never say no. You're not afraid to try things out or, do something a little bit different.
Yeah, like that's not me usually though. Like deep down I am like saying, no, don't do this, Dan. Just it's going to end terrible. But like I just thought, like, I've been in the worst part of my life, beforehand. What's worse going to happen, I'm going to embarrass myself a bit, or it's going to go really well. So I thought, oh, but may as well do it. And it's going to help any other volunteers later on, who clients and this community work. It's going to help them boost their confidence in hear about my story then, and they can relay that on to them then. And they know then, if someone in my situation can do it, anyone can do it.
Another thing that you got involved in was your work experience that you had with digital services in Caerphilly Council. How did that come about, and what was that like?
Lindsay again, and you. I had the opportunity at the start of 2020, I think. So I thought, I had 3 months work experience with them, but 2 months in, obviously the COVID kicked in, so I had to stop that. But I learned a lot because I understood then how the council worked in the tech side of it. So that helped a lot land the job because I knew how they process stuff. So I spent a lot with the school side of it. I would help set up iPads and stuff and all that kind of stuff. I helped a lot with helping people work from home. I was setting up all the laptops, putting Windows 10 on there, putting all the stuff on there. I was lucky. If I didn't have that experience at the start of the year, last year, I don't think I would have got that job because that experience was ideal really to have, especially in IT. You need that experience to back up to get a chance to get that job really. Yeah, so it was marvelous.
We've mentioned a little bit about lockdown and COVID and all that kind of hitting back in 2020. How did all of that affect your job searching and the support you were getting?
Yeah, it affected me a lot, to be honest. With me, I like to be seeing people face to face. The library was a big part of it, and once I was gone, it set me back quite a bit. But I just kind of stuck with it. Eventually, I had like some opportunities with community work and stuff, and I did them since the vice volunteering, and that kind of brought me back into what I was before. I had a lot of down times, doing that, but I just stuck to it, and eventually it led to this job really that I had now. So. But yeah, it's not easy. It wasn't easy at all to go through that.
No, and a lot of people might have thought, oh, there's nothing I can do about it right now. I'm gonna kind of sit here and wait till it's all over. But you didn't. You used your initiative. You got back out there. You got involved in all the opportunities. Your positivity came back through, and you kind of thought, no, do you know what? I'm gonna make the best of the situation that I'm in. So what was Lindsay doing with you at this time?
I'm just keeping check on me really, and just when opportunities came around, like jobs and stuff that would interest me, she would mention to it, or she would just basically ask how I was doing really, and just being there for you, because like it's a lonely time doing that lockdown, and if I'm stuck in my room all day, I tend to like cave in on myself and just all my mental health comes out. But yeah, like she basically got put those opportunities out for me with communities of work when they came, and really encouraged me and to go back into it, into the groove. It was quite a few months where I was like, oh, I couldn't really be bothered to do it. Like I got back to my old self. I was just stuck in the house. So I thought, and I was like starting to get a bit lazy and stuff. But then eventually that started to kick back in with the opportunities given me, and it brought back those times when I was doing volunteering and Digital Fridays and stuff. And yeah, then I started to really get back into the groove of it all.
So it was kind of the motivation to keep you moving, because also you made so much progress. It would have been a shame for you to go back to square one.
Yeah, it was hard because I was like stuck in the house before my health issues, and then doing all this volunteering, and then going back to where I was before. And it was like I was scared a lot. So I thought, oh, it's perfect now. This lockdown's coming now, and I can't do volunteering and stuff. But then opportunity arose, and I had to take it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be having this job now if I didn't do that.
One thing I know you did during lockdown was you went on a contact centre training course. How did that opportunity come about, and what was it like?
Yep, Lindsay sent me an email one day saying that, do you like to take part in this? Like, with me, I just take part in anything really, because I wanted really to get into IT technician jobs. But as I was doing Digital Fridays, I was finding out that I really like talking to people. So I thought, oh, why can't I could just apply for like a contact center job. So I thought this training course I had a chance to do. It was like 2 weeks. At the end of it, we had 2 job interviews with Admiral and I think it was Standard Bank. So I had 2 job interviews there. I didn't get the jobs, but that experience I had on there, that willingness to do stuff, and I led me to that job I have now with the council. So I was lucky really with that. I really enjoyed it because I learned a lot of contact center skills that I could use in real life too, and outside and inside, and that helped a lot.
And all of this obviously led to where you are now, to the job that you're in now. How did you come to apply for that job?
Yeah, Lindsay, always Lindsay, she sent me a job that was available. I said, Dan, it was 2 positions. I thought, I may as well give it a go. And then I had to do like a long, like, personal statement. So she helped me a lot with that, and you helped me too. And so once that was done, I submitted that, and then like a week or so later, I heard back for an interview, and I was like super excited. And then I had the interview, and then I had the job in, like, and then it just it blew my mind. And then I just didn't know how that happened. Like, I'm still shocked now.
You say you're shocked, but you've got to see it's your hard work that's gotten you to where you are. I mean, you've mentioned the word luck a few times, and I don't like you saying the word luck. It was your hard work and your willingness to get involved. I mean, you stayed positive, you worked for it, and that's why you are where you are now. It wasn't luck, it was you.
Yeah, that's my old self kicking in and doing that. Yeah, Lindsay tries to tell me that a lot of times. Like, you've done these yourself, we give you these opportunities, we didn't tell you to do it. You did it yourself. Yeah, so you got to remind yourself sometimes that you're doing it. You should be pat yourself on the back, and yeah. So I'm always hard on myself. So that's kind of the thing, really. But that's helped me a lot, really, getting on to where I am today, being hard on yourself and pushing yourself, really.
I liked what you said there. Lindsay was putting opportunities there for you, but you were the one taking them on. You were the one pushing and motivating yourself. And at the end of the day, you were the one doing it. Lindsay can only do so much, but then you actually have to do it. So the big question is, where are you now? What are you doing? What is this new job?
So I'm a digital service and customer service advisor. So it's basically 2 jobs in one. So I'm an IT help desk technician and a customer services advisor for the council. So anything that would payments or rent, council tax, etc., I deal with all that. Basically anything that the outside person calls into the council, they talk to me, So, and then I deal with internally with the council too, with help desk. I'm first line tech support, which is like a dream job for me. So I'm able to deal with tech issues, basic tech issues, if I can't deal with at home, and then transfer on to the second line support then if it's a job that they can't do. So I'm loving every bit of it.
So it's basically Digital Fridays, but now you're getting paid for it.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
So what do you like most about your new job?
I like talking to people, really. It's a lot of talking. It's a lot of brainstorming with IT and stuff because, when you go into a tech job, there's a lot of different software you have to get used to. It's similar in a way to most jobs with technicians, but you have each job might have different software you have to use. You have to get used to that. Yeah, it's really good. I love it, every bit of it.
So what would you say was the best thing about the support you got from Lindsay and Communities for Work?
It's given me those opportunities when they were there, because it's hard to look for yourself. You have universal credit, but they can only do so much. Communities for Work, they can deal with you on a one-to-one basis throughout the week, and they're there to talk to you on the phone or wherever. And like a lot of like you help with taxi travel and stuff and all that, and especially with me, you couldn't afford all that kind of stuff. Like even like the clothes and stuff, like you give me vouchers and stuff, which is massive to me because I couldn't afford like £60 to me is like a lot of money to buy clothes. And like those like even with this starting job, I even had vouchers then, so like it was marvelous. Like like the stuff that you helped me with was life changing, and yeah, I can't say anything bad really. That like when I was questioning how can you change anything? Like I can't change anything. It's all perfect.
If there was someone out there right now who was in the same position as you before you started, what would you say to them?
Stick to it, don't give up, because it's so easy to, especially with COVID and stuff, to just give up and just feel hard on yourself. And I think I never be able to do anything now because of lockdown stuff. But don't let your mind go down that route. Just give every opportunity you can to improve yourself. No matter how big or small it is, just take on everything you can, because those opportunities are very scarce, especially now because of COVID restrictions. And just don't be so hard on yourself, because everyone's had to go through this at one point in their life. I just came out of university. I had to have operations on my feet. I couldn't work. So I had a lot of struggles without any experience in work. So just do everything you can. If I can do it, then you can. So just don't give up, really. That's what I would say.
Dan, thank you so much for speaking with me today. I really hope you're proud of where you are now, and congratulations again for everything you've achieved.
Yep, thank you.
And I hope you're proud of everything you've achieved up till now. I wish you all the best for the future. Thanks again, Dan.
Ta-ra.
Bye. If you or someone you know would like support in getting into work just like Dan, you can call us today on 01443 864 227, or you can email us on communityregen@caerphilly.gov.uk, or you can find us on social media @CaerphillyRegen. Next week we have a very festive Christmas episode coming your way, so please stay tuned on December the 14th. And until then, stay safe, take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.
The Caerphilly Works podcast is a collaboration between Communities for Work, Communities for Work Plus, Bridges into Work 2, Inspire to Work, Working Skills for Adults, and NET. The Communities for Work employment support team is funded by the Welsh Government and the European Social Fund, working in partnership with Communities and Job Centre Plus.